Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm not so bad, thank you. So how have you found your day here?
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. I love this little spread you put on for me. The spongy mushrooms. Yeah, that sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? We've been
Just a
having
little bit,
mushrooms.
yeah. So, what age did you get into comedy?
Wow, straight in with the age. Official age or TV age? I was 6 months. No, I'm only 11 now. Only about 4 years ago, actually. Yeah, so early 20s, I'd say. Just after I left drama school, I was auditioning for straight acting roles.
Right.
Not getting very far. And then I went for a couple of comedy auditions and got them and thought, hang about, this is fun, goofing around and making a tit out of myself. So I thought I'd make a career out of it.
And you've worked in TV, theatre, and movies. So what
Yeah.
got you into that line of work in the first place?
I wasn't good at anything else. Had no other options. No one else would have me. I failed at everything else, so I just by default ended up doing the one thing that I was slightly good at, but only slightly.
And you've worked in movies and things.
I have,
so
yeah.
How have you found all that?
How did I find it? Well, my agent found some parts that I went out for. No, how did I find it? Yeah, fun. Just like working, really. As long as I'm not fussy. I'll basically do any job that will have me, cover the cost of my travel, and provide me with sweets, much like yourself. So I'm a happy camper.
And what was it about character comedy in particular that drew you in?
That does draw me in, actually. I have to say, out of everything, I just love people and characters. I've got a very eccentric family, and I kind of gravitate towards people with big personalities or weird personalities. I like nutters. Yeah, just something that's a bit off kilter and left field is interesting for me. And honesty, so I try and kind of be honest about neuroses that we all have, especially women, and do it through various different characters. And I like exposing kind of ego, and I think for me, a really funny area for comedy is a lack of self-awareness. People like the door bitch character, she has no idea how boisterous it is, that she's taking her job so seriously, and I think that's really funny. So, yeah. What was the question again? I feel like I've gone on and on and on, and I've forgotten where I am.
No, it's about character comedy.
That's exactly
There
was
you go.
it, wasn't it? There you go.
And what do your family think about the sort of creations that you come up with? Did they sort of think, oh yeah, that's a bit of me? And
Yeah, they're just really worried that I'm there. My mum cooks with her marigolds on, and when she came to the screening and saw the OCD character, she went really loudly. I was quite proud of the fact. She went, "That's me, isn't it? I do that at home." I said, "Mum, that's the most nutty character. You might want to like."
so she's
Yeah.
quite proud about that.
She's
isn't
quite
she?
proud about it, yeah. But you definitely draw upon what's around you, and like I said, I've got kind of an eccentric family, so I didn't have to look very far.
And how difficult has it been as a woman in a arena that's predominantly dominated by men?
Yeah, I'll get asked this question a lot. I suppose I think the entertainment industry is really hard anyway. You've got to work exceptionally hard if you want to get anywhere, especially in comedy, because you've got to write and do your homework. I don't think you can shortcut it, but I think as a woman you probably have to prove yourself that little bit harder when you're around men, because they kind of want to test you a bit. It's like a healthy bit of jousting, verbal jousting, banter. They'll dish it out, and you've got to be able to take it and give it back twice as hard.
So
And
you've
if
got to
all
be
else
very
fails,
thick-skinned.
I just resort to violence.
So you've got to be fairly thick-skinned.
Really thick-skinned, like a rhinoceros with a really thick hide and smelly breath. And flies. I carry I've always got a little section of flies following me.
Have you had any bad experiences with male
But I've had many bad experiences with
male
men.
comedians?
No, I mean, when you're working, it's all comedies, especially on a panel show. It's all about one-upmanship, isn't it? Look, I'm funnier than you. You're fanning your comedy feathers. So they're not any more gracious on me because I'm a woman. So you've got to have a massive set of knackers if you want to get by.
And you've been labelled as one of the brightest rising female stars in British
I'm not
comedy.
that bright.
So, what do you think
That's
of
a lie.
statements like this?
A comedy star. What do I reckon of that label?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, thanks a lot. Did you say that?
I've read it.
You read it?
In,
Oh, that's
research and
nice. isn't it? I like that. Yeah.
Does it not put any pressure on you?
Yeah, but you've got pressure on you all the time as in this industry when you're on screen. Always pressure, what you look like. You're only really judged by your last performances as an actor or even musician. So there's always pressure. But something like that is great because it means you're actually starting to get recognised within your field. Whether there's any truth in it or not, I can't vouch for it.
And are there any comedians that you admire? Is there anyone that inspires you?
Yeah. Tina Fey.
Oh,
She's brilliant. She's fierce. She's one sexy mama. If I was a man, I'd want to marry her. She's sexy, she's smart, she's clever, she's hard-working. I've got a lot of respect for her.
And what do you think of the UK comedy scene at the moment?
I think there's not enough stuff getting made, but there's some pretty hot talent out there. Some rising new stars, definitely. I think Russell Howard's great. He's getting very well known. He's going slightly salivating now. There's never a lack of talent, I think. It's just vehicles. We've got fewer channels, fewer TV shows getting made than, say, compared to America. So I think it takes a bit longer to get an opportunity here. I think you have to be known. That's what I like about America. You can literally go from zero to hero within a week. Someone just takes a punt on you. A network goes, "You're my gal." You you can literally be waiting tables and then have your own TV show. I think it takes a bit longer here. But earn your stripes.
And while you're doing character comedy, do you want to broaden out? Is there any other areas you'd like to go? Stand up, for example?
I'd definitely go back to doing stand up, and I'm writing a movie at the moment.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and I'd like to do some more comedy acting. All of it. I just really like working.
So what are you up to at the moment?
At the moment we're talking about very busy. Is that big a circus? At the moment, I'm working on the second series. Obviously, we're talking about that. Writing a sitcom. Got a couple of there's loads of development. Yeah, just ideas. Writing a movie script. Going to America to do a new show, which I just got offered yesterday, which is exciting.
And how different is it in America than it is to here in terms of getting work?
I think it's easier for an English lass.
Right.
Actually, I think that there's so much competition there that it's really good to stand out. And if you're English, you stand out.
Yeah.
And if you've got a bit of a story behind you, that's great. My first trip to LA was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I didn't have much to say for myself. So I thought, what if I go back home and actually arrive with something to say? And I think if you've got a story behind you and a bit of press, then you can get some attention in LA.
And you're hoping to stay out in America for a longer period of time, or do you want to?
I can't decide. I'm at a quandary. Bit of both, I think, for the time being.
And how are you penning the movie script? How's it going?
Well, not as I haven't done as much work as I'd like. It's going somewhere. It's going to take a while. To be honest, I've been really busy doing press for the show and working on Dirty Sexy Funny. So as soon as I get a bit of downtime, I'll focus more on it. I need to stop going out so much. Stop going and partying. Something's got to give, hasn't it?
Well, there you go.
I think I need to slow down on the social scene, and then I'll have more time to write the movie.
Fantastic.